Chair Yoga. I'm Jody. Make sure you have your shoes on and you have a good sturdy chair, one with a back, one that fits you well, and a nice quiet space. Maybe you turn on your own soft music, something you like. You might be able to hear my music slightly in the background. Follow along with me. Whether you've done this before or not, welcome. This is doable for everyone. Now, we are going to start some live classes at Huntington YMCA next week. So the second week of August, hopefully you can join Vanessa doing Silver Sneakers Chair Yoga in person again. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 a.m. But for now, I'm glad that you're joining me, and you're welcome to repeat these videos. I think there's 9 of them. Anytime you want at home. All right, here we go. Sit back in your chair, feet flat on the floor. Sit up tall. But relax your arms and legs. Maybe one big shoulder roll. Oh, and then keep those shoulders down and back, chest open. Ready for some deep breathing to get us in the mood, to get us ready. Lips closed, breathing through the nose. Hopefully you have your screen propped up, or you have a TV in front of you so that you don't have to turn your neck in any odd way to look at the screen. Because I want you to sit up tall. But for right now, you don't need to look at me. You can gaze down to the floor, close your eyes as you focus on just some deep breathing. So just notice your natural breath right now. Breathing through the nose. Notice how you feel. And I'll ask you to notice again throughout class, because that's a big part of our yoga practice. In order to better care for your body, you have to listen to it. So we're developing that mind and body connection that sometimes we lose. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in what we're doing, we ignore our bodies. So this is our time to really pay attention and focus inward right now to your breath. I want you to start drawing in a longer breath, slower, and exhaling nice and long as well. I think we'll do a different arm movement. As you inhale, palms up. As you exhale, palms down. So just noticing the inhale and the exhale. And hopefully we can slow this down even further and make your inhale a little bit longer, inhaling more fully. And then exhaling, maybe the same rate, maybe it takes even longer because you're fully exhaling. Hands are floating through the air, keeping the elbows down and the shoulders relaxed. Close your eyes. Just feel your hand movement with your breath. Notice your rib cage expanding on the inhale and then relaxing on the exhale. Rhythm with that long, complete breath, using your full lung capacity for every inhale and exhale right now. This really helps to clear your mind. So keep that focus inward. Don't let anything distract you during class. This is your time. Focus on you. All right, next time you fully exhale, allow those hands to rest down in your lap. As we just start some shoulder rolls now. I want you to roll them them up first towards your ears and then back and down. So shrug those shoulders and then roll them back. Relieving any tension that might be hidden in your neck or shoulders. We're just going to gradually warm up the whole body. All right. Keep those shoulders down. Lift your feet up off of the ground, and I want you to roll those ankles around, circling the feet in any way you want. Just getting the blood to flow. So we've oxygenated the blood more than normal. And now we want to draw that good oxygenated blood down to your feet and share it throughout your body. And put the feet back down and let's do some wrist circles. Same thing, freedom to just move them however you want. Circle them. Just waking them up. Let's go ahead and reach those arms out long to a T. I want you to do some forward circles, just small. Waking up the shoulders. And then reverse it, take them small circles back. All right, bring those arms down. And let's scoot forward in our chairs now. You don't have to move your chair during class at all. Once in a while, I will move my chair to show you a position. Like right now, I'm going to remind you, this is what I mean by sitting forward in your chair. Making sure your ankles are under your knees. Your feet are a little bit wider now because I want you supported, although you're only on the edge of your chair. This promotes good posture, forces you to sit up tall instead of slouching back. During this class, I'm going to remind you throughout to sit up tall. This is going to activate your core muscles, your abdominal muscles and your back muscles, your shoulder muscles, neck, all those things required to keep that upright position, that good posture, which we all want. So, here we are sitting tall at the edge of our chairs. Ready for anything. Here we go. Hands start in prayer. And we're going to sweep up and around and put those palms back together and then lower them to heart center. Let's add a big inhale through the nose as we sweep up and an exhale as we slowly lower down. I want you to follow your own breath, which means you might be moving at a different speed than me. Keep it slow, long, slow breath. You might be moving slower than me. That's excellent. I want you to listen to your own body. It'll tell you what range of motion you have today. We work on increasing that, but we don't want to force it. Little by little, we can increase. So some of these things might look a little bit different for you than me. That's okay. I don't want anything to be painful during class, so listen to your body. I want you to stretch and reach, but not to the point of pain. Last one of these. Wonderful. Let's reach those arms back, palms towards each other as we just pulse. I want you to really feel your chest open and your shoulders pulling back, so your shoulder blades are squeezing together as you pulse, warming up the upper back muscles. And then to do the opposite, we pull our shoulders forward and pulse our palms towards each other out in front. I want you to feel now your chest muscles right inside your armpit. They're squeezing towards each other. So we're stretching the back, yet working the chest. So those muscle groups are always doing the opposite. So we try to make everything even. Everything gets stretched. Everything gets to work. All right. Elbows down. And now, different hand placement, but kind of the same idea. Squeezing the elbows now behind your back. Again, then you feel your shoulder blades squeezing together. And then here's our movement here. My arms are 90 degrees bent. My elbows are shoulder height as I'm squeezing my elbows towards each other. Feeling the chest work again. Good, relax those arms all the way down. Widen the feet a little bit more so we can tip side to side. Wake up the sides of the body gradually. As we do these repetitive movements, remember to start small, work your way to a bigger range of motion gradually. Find your breath again as you're doing this. Feel free to move slower, faster, at your own pace. As you now slow it down a bit more, so you have a little bit more time, more opportunity to reach a little further. Fingertips going towards the floor. Your arms are just limp, they're just hanging, but you're tipping the whole upper body. Okay, enough of that. It's time to come to a stand. If you choose, you can do these exercises seated. You'll have to adapt things a little here or there, but we work on a lot of balance, so I hope that you're able to rise out of your chair and stand in front. As we work on our chair pose, it strengthens our legs. I want you standing right in front of the chair. Maybe the backs of your legs are even touching the chair because you're that close to it, so that as we sit back over the chair in our chair pose, you're leaning your body weight back, and perhaps you even sit down in your chair. That's okay. I want you sitting back through your heels instead of leaning forward. Continue there. I just want to show you the side view. I'm going to always remind you of this one because it's difficult and sometimes feels awkward to sit back, but that's what I want you to do. Instead of tipping forward, sit your bottom over the chair. Continue your own pace. If you choose to hold your chair pose, here we are. Breathing, relax the shoulders, wiggle the toes because all your weight is in your heels, not your toes. Come out of this anytime you want. Yes, it's a challenge. Enough. Mountain pose. We're standing tall, our palms are open in front. Acceptance of whatever's to come. We're ready for it. All right, move on over to the side of the chair. I am your mirror, so be on the same side with me. So this is your left hand that is close to the chair on the back of it to start, just to make sure you're in a good position. It's there to help you if you need it. Okay, let's start with feet a little bit wider, toes turned out, and I want you to just lift one heel and then the other. This is going to wake up our calf muscles. I want you to push your toes down into the floor when you lift your heel. So you're really bending your shoe. Stretching out the arch of your foot. All right, now for a little bit of balance. Feel free to hover your hand over the chair or lightly hold it if you need to. If you don't, hands are on your hips for now as we lift both heels. Really strengthening the calves and working more on balance now. Feel free to adjust a position. If something feels awkward, check yourself out. Make sure that your body's in alignment and you don't have some kind of awkward position with your feet. Sometimes you don't even know until you check. Find that position where you're balanced. Standing here, still next to the chair, we're going to work on a stepping and shifting your body weight. So your right foot is going to step forward while you lift the back heel, and then your right foot is going to step back as you lift your toe here of your left foot. So right foot stepping forward, shifting your weight forward, shifting your weight back. Again, you can have your hand on the chair. If you're taking a small step, it's a little easier. If you're taking a larger step, it's more challenging. I want you to breathe as you do this, so focus on your breath. You might have just held it there for a moment, not even realizing it. I did. Just being conscious of your breath, not taking that huge long breath anymore, but breathing through your nose and just being conscious of that every inhale and exhale as we exercise. Wonderful. All right, we're working our way to more of a challenge. Taking your right toe out to the side now. Little bitty lifts off the floor. My hands are on my hips. If you need one over the chair, that's fine. Try not to use it if you don't have to. Little lifts. I don't want you lifting so high it's throwing off your balance and your whole body ends up tipping and moving. I don't want the rest of your body to move at all. There's the challenge. Just moving that right leg a little bit, keeping the toe pointed. Lift and try to just tap it back to the floor if you can. Keeping all your body weight on just this standing leg. Just your left leg is holding you upright. And we're starting to feel the outer hip. Oh yeah. Okay, enough of that. Let's take the weight off of that leg and rotate the ankle a bit as we move to the other side. You don't have to move your chair. I'm just moving it so I don't kick my couch or my dog here. All right, so again, find yourself here. Put your hand on the back of your chair. You know that it's there to help you if you need. As we start our stepping movement, I want you to move gracefully. I want you to move slowly. Show your control. That's what we're working on. As we step forward with your left leg this time and step back with your left leg. So the right heel is going to lift there. And then as we step back, the right toe is going to lift, showing that the body weight is shifting to the front leg and to the back leg. Everybody has different strengths. This may be really easy for you. It may be very challenging for you. If it's challenging, this is something I want you to practice more often. Doing this every day, but have your chair there for you. You grab a hold of it if you need to. Gradually you let go, and you have that confidence in your balance. You have the strength in your legs that you need. Just takes practice. If you slow this down even more, it might be even tougher. So if you're looking more for a challenge, take that bigger step and pause for a bit longer so that you don't have that momentum going. It just became harder. Okay, good. Enough of that. Now, standing tall, you're here, hips close to the chair. As this time, we point out the left toe to the floor, all your body weight's in the right leg. Here you are, little lift. No momentum, no swinging, small controlled movement. And breathe. Actively thinking about your inhale and exhale. Wonderful. All right, we did a little bit of balance. I want you to go ahead and sit in your chair again. the legs for a moment. Sitting forward in the chair, I want you to go ahead and grab a hold of the right thigh. I want you to lean back with it to support it. And now I want you to take this big ankle circle. And now I want you to point the toe down and flex the toe up so you feel your calves as well as your front of your leg stretching, contracting, your shin area. All right, there's more to this. I want you to stay leaned back a bit, but release the leg. I want you to point and straighten the leg and flex the toe up and lift the knee. Straighten, reach with it, bend the knee, lifting the knee and the toes up towards the ceiling. Goes down, goes up. I want to lean back in the chair so your abdominal muscles are getting some good work right now. So pull the shoulders back, tighten those upper back muscles a bit so that you can stay in this slightly leaned back position. Stay here, keep going a couple more times. I just want to make sure you see what I mean by lean back. I'm not touching the back of the chair. Good. Oh, release that. Sit up tall. I'm going to stay in this position, but we're going to switch to the other leg. So grab your left leg, lean back with it, and rotate the ankle around first. Now you don't need to move your chair. I want you to stay facing your screen wherever you're at. I just want you to see the side view. So now moving the foot to point and flex, just that for right now. I want you to get that good movement in your ankle, big as you can. Notice your lower leg, those muscles working. All right, here's where we let go of the leg, but we're still leaned back. We point and flex. So now we're lengthening the leg, and then pull that knee and toe up. Try to stay leaned back even slightly. Pull the shoulders back. You really should feel your abdominals working here, as well as your hip flexor right here, the front of your leg. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Yes, this one's tough, and if you don't do all the repetitions, that's okay. Again, you stop if it feels at all painful, you stop. Maybe you reset, maybe you adjust, maybe you just wait for me to continue and go on with the next exercise. All right, enough up tall. Let's do cat and cow while I'm facing this direction, because I want you to, again, see the side view. As you're forward in your chair, widen your feet to at least hip width, maybe wider. Hands on the thighs. I want you to round into cat, and then open the chest in cow. Now that you know what we're doing, inhale forward and exhale back. Breathe through the nose. Let's take some more long, complete breaths. So moving slowly with your breath. Imagine your whole spine moving as you're bending in each direction, all the way from your neck to your tailbone, getting as much movement as possible. Finish with a cat stretch. When you get to it, exhale fully, and then come up tall again. Great. All right, I'm joining you again, and it's time to stand again. Join me. Come on over here first as we go into a warrior two pose. Actually, we want to be more like behind the chair, because we're going to widen the feet, but I'm going to turn just, this will be your right foot and right knee towards the side, but everything else kind of faces your chair, your hips and shoulders. And now that you're here, I want to show you, you don't have to move your chair, I'm just moving it so you can see. Here I am. Bend the right knee out towards your side wall, and and then straighten again. Now, check this. We want our knee to stop over the ankle when it's bent, and the other leg to stay long and strong. Don't turn your hips or shoulders. They're still towards your chair. Okay, we're flowing through this first. Noticing the inner thighs probably, stretching as you bend that knee. Your choice to hold the pose, continue flowing, or just stand up tall again. If you're here in the pose, go ahead and show off, lengthen those arms out, and then look over to those right fingertips. Keep your focus there as you keep your right knee bent in your strong warrior two pose. Breathing, feeling strong, feeling balanced. Again, you hold it as long as it's a challenge to you, and then you come out of it. The longer you can hold it, of course, the stronger you are, because it does become difficult. All right, lower the arms. Let's come on out of this. And I'm going to bring my chair back just to remind you this is still here, and you're still behind it. I want you to do some hip circles with your feet wide on the floor, but not as wide as they were. Take those hips around and around. Okay, again, I'm just going to move out over here instead of my chair this time. Hips go around nice and big. Full circle. This is one of those after you get in the groove, hopefully you can make it larger. Soften your knees, get a little bit lower perhaps. That'll allow those hips to move more. All right, hit the reverse button. Try to go the other way. And you'll notice differences when you do things on one side of the body versus the other. Sometimes they feel awkward on one side and easy on the other. But in this class, we try to do everything equally balanced on right and left sides so that you can develop more balance within your body. All right, so here we are. And a little bit to this side. As we go into our warrior two, I want you close to the chair so that, and maybe you even keep a hand on the chair. Especially when you get into the pose and you take those feet real wide and turn out your left foot and left knee. The wider the legs, the better. And if you have to keep a hand on the chair because they're real wide and you're not feeling confident, that's okay. Keep a hand lightly on the chair. I'd rather you do that than stay. If your feet are real close together, you can't really get into this pose very well. So the wider the better with the legs. And here we go. If you don't need a hand on the chair, release it. Hands to hips for now. I'm going to move mine. You keep it there for yourself. I just want you to see the body position as the knee bends and the knee points in the same direction as your toes. With this foot, as your knee comes over the ankle and then straightens. Notice your inner thighs. Feeling them stretch. Yes. Breathing. Again, your choice. You can hold this warrior two. You can keep flowing by bending and straightening, or you can come out of the pose altogether. Just stand in mountain pose and breathe. If you're here, warrior two, strong. Here we are, reached out, and I want you to bring your focus to your left fingertips now. Holding that knee bent. Strong warriors. Breathing wherever you're at. Staying positive about that. Whatever choice you've made. You're making the best choice for your body. That's what we're learning to do. wall. If you're in this pose, we're coming out of it. Bring those legs back together. This time, keep the feet wide, but not that wide. Shift your hips side to side. Move my chair back where it belongs. Just show you that this is here in case you need it while you do this. Push your hip out to the side wall, and then your other hip out to the other side wall. I'm playing with my chair a lot today, aren't I? You haven't moved yours at all, right? You don't need to. I just don't want to hide behind the chair and you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, because this one becomes just a touch complicated at first. So come with me, all right? Feet are wider than your hips. This is your right arm. Your right elbow's bent. I want you to lift your right heel and take your right elbow to your right hip, okay? And I kind of leaned over now, right? And then I reach over and lift my left heel. Okay, now we're flowing. Right heel lifts, left heel lifts. Yes, I'm your mirror, so that you're moving with me. Good. Now, if it feels really awkward, you might be doing the wrong right, left, or whatever, if you got lost in that, I just want you to do the side bend without the heel lift if it's awkward. Because what I really want you to feel is the stretch here and here on the sides of your body. The heel lift just helps increase that stretch a little bit. The other arm's hanging here. Feel it slide down your leg and then back up your leg. Find some rhythm with your breath. Always thinking about it as you flow through each exercise. Good. We're going to start this on the other side, so come with me. We'll go slow. Okay, lift your left heel and take your left elbow to your left hip, right? We're bent over, and now we reach over and lift the right heel. Okay, left heel lifts, right heel lifts. Now flow at your own pace. Keep going. Again, if you got messed up, leave the heels down and just keep doing these good side bends to get that good reach. This time letting the right arm slide down your leg and back up your leg. I love side bends. They're one of my favorite things, something that just feels good to me. Everybody's different, so just notice the different exercises you enjoy. Repeat them more often. Because any way you can move, it's healthy, it's good. The more movement, the better. All right, releasing that. All right, I want you to turn the shoulders. Make sure your arms aren't going to hit the chair, because they're just limp and going along for the ride as you turn the shoulders. These are elephant swings. Legs aren't moving. This is just all upper body twisting. Okay, time to sit one more time. Well, actually, we'll stay seated. How about that? We've done some strength and balance, standing. Time to do some seated exercises. Sit forward in your chair again. I know naturally you're going to sit all the way back in your chair, so scoot yourself forward because we're not done. Widen those feet. Notice how I just widened them quite a bit. Wider than the legs of your chair. A tall reset. Good. Bringing those hands here, palms towards each other, right in front of your chest. We were just doing a twisting movement, and this is going to also be that same kind of spinal twist. You might feel it a little bit more though, as we're seated and the lower body doesn't have the opportunity to move at all. It's just the upper body, and with that arm reach, it's going to help you to increase the range a little bit more. Imagine what that spine looks like right now as you twist. Move your head along with it so you're kind of tracking your hands and looking towards the hand that's reaching out. I don't want you to speed this one up. I don't want you getting dizzy or feeling like this is aerobic activity. It's not. Keep it slow. Not meant to be. All right, good. Hands down. I want you to bring those feet to a more natural position. Sitting up tall, I want you to take a moment. Close your eyes. Notice your breath. Notice your body temperature. Notice your heart rate. It's okay to get the heart rate up a little bit and notice that the standing exercises and the different movements that we do, it is exercise. You are getting your heart rate up. You're working your heart as well as strengthening your body and getting that flexibility that we want. But also notice how you rest and allow the heart rate to come back down and how you're in control of that. It's good to remember. I want you to work the abdominals a little bit more. So we're going to be sitting up tall. Stay there. I'm going to play with my chair again. Here's the movement that we're going for. We start up tall. We lean back and allow those abdominals to pull us back up into place. Feel them getting tight. Exhale your air out as you lean and inhale forward. Keep the shoulders back, no rounding. If you even have to kind of squeeze your shoulder blades together behind your back, that's going to keep you at that good posture. That long spine, just tipping from the hips right now. All right, we're going to hold it back if possible. Take those palms up towards the ceiling. Pull your shoulders back again. Even if you're just leaned back the slightest bit, I know you feel this in your abdominals. Stay right here and breathe. This is our boat pose. And upright again. All right, let's notice the difference between that and cat and cow. We're going to go right back into cat stretch. Oh, that feels wonderful. And then cow. So now we are moving the spine. Just like we did in the warm-up. Connect your breath as you inhale forward and exhale back. Next time you go into cat stretch, that'll be your last long exhale before you straighten up tall again. And I'll join you. I'll move my chair for the last time. I want you to lift and reach up, palms together, and exhale, hands down to heart center. One more. Inhale long, exhale long. Awesome. I want you to sit back in your chair. We're not slouching, but we are relaxing the arms and legs. If you need to wiggle them a little bit here or there and get back in that chair. Feet are flat on the floor. We're going to go right into our final relaxation. So this is the end of our class, where we get to just enjoy a couple minutes together. Close close your eyes right away. Relax your facial muscles, relax your jaw. We are going to keep our head upright. So there are some muscles engaged in our neck and upper back. Other than that, really relax everything possible. Hands and feet, legs and arms, midsection, your belly, all relaxed. Just kind of scanning through your body internally. If you find any tension, taking a moment, recognizing it, and releasing it. Being at peace with your body. So you just enjoy right here, right now, the present moment. Keeping positive thoughts throughout your day. Feeling your heart rate come back down to normal. Feeling your body temperature return to normal. And your breath is now relaxed and natural. You've enjoyed our practice. I certainly have. Thank you for joining me. Feel free to go back to our YouTube site at any time and view these chair yoga videos and keep up your practice. Or return to the YMCA if possible and do some in-person classes, other Silver Sneakers classes or chair yoga with Vanessa.